what you do, what we do at the Trends Journal, this is the new journalism that people are going to be tuned into rather than watching these shills and suck-ups on these shows from mainstream media. And now the fight is going to be between closing down the internet, as you keep pointing out, or letting freedom ring. So those, and this whole citizen journalism is going to be a huge trend, because just as they're watching us, now we're watching them. People have their cell phone cameras. People are taking videos and recording things that they never wanted exposed before.
Oh, that's key. That's why they're pushing so much now in 9,000 locations to get us to spy on each other, because they don't want us to start surveilling and watching and exposing them. They want us all divide and conquer.
Exactly, and that's what the WikiLeaks is about. It's exposing them. The emperors have no clothes. Sarkozy, Merkel, Berlusconi, Obama. You go down the line, all of those stands, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, one stand criminal after another. You read this stuff, you can't make it up. So that's the fight. The fight is to stop exposing them and to push us into submission. We don't think it's going to happen, and the major trend is going to be, it's the wake-up call. The revolution has begun. Oh, by the way, you're also going to hear a lot of chatter for the end of the world, a lot of that Mayan prophecy, Armageddon stuff. And guess what? What's going to be going on in 2011 is going to make it feel as though the world's going to come to a collapse in 2012. Oh, by the way, there's those other little things. The wars in Korea, they're not going to go away either. And believe me, nobody's going to stop North Korea. If they keep pushing them, they're going to bomb Seoul out of oblivion. They're not that far away, and they have the weapons to do it. And watch Iran. And as we're seeing with these WikiLeaks, another one. The so-called UN nuclear arms inspectors caught on tape being reported from the U.S. Embassy that he's partial to the United States and he doesn't like the Iranians. Oh, yeah, there's a fair deal for you.
Wow. Gerald, we've only got about a minute left. The websites are Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com. Your site, TrendsResearch.com, and it's great to subscribe and valuable, in-depth intel, but also for folks that are on budgets, you can email the Trends Research and get some really good specials, or completely discounted in some cases, TrendsResearch.com. We've got about 45 seconds left. Hopefully, I said this is the last time we talk to you this year, but the more I think about it, so many things are moving so quick. I'd probably like to get you up in the last few days on Thursday or Friday of this year, coming up in about 2 weeks. Gerald, do you think you can do that, or are you going to be traveling?
I'm not sure yet. I'll have to, I don't know offhand what the schedule looks like, but believe me, I'll do my very best no matter where I am or what I'm doing to be on your show, because nobody does what Alex Jones does. Well,
nobody does what Gerald Celente does. You've also got Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, former head of policy at the Treasury, on the team. Incredible research. And regardless, then, have a great Christmas, a great New Year. We may see you, or we may see you early next year, God willing. I salute you, and have a great Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Bon Natale.
He's got his Christmas candles behind him, too. What a great guy. Great hospitality up there when my crew's gone up there to interview him for Obama Deception and Fall of the Republic. We have another amazing trends forecaster coming up after this break with Stansberry Research. And I really, really look forward to Porter Stansberry joining us for a full hour. We may even go into overdrive. But I briefly wanted to bring Ted Anderson up because gold and silver is rocketing up yet again. And I don't know how to explain this. The best deals, because I shop around, are these radio specials. Midas already has great deals on gold and silver. But these radio specials are loss leaders. $3 silver, free shipping, and 3 of my best-selling films for $97. No one, that's over a $60 value, a $60 discount. That's a $160 value for $97. So it's $63 off. He's got deals on franc gold coins, silver half dollars, silver dollars, sovereigns. Ted, tell us where gold and silver is today, and tell us the radio specials you've got for folks. And I know, again, you're running out of the previous stuff you bought a few weeks ago. It's going to go up, 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 up. People better take advantage of this, Ted.
Well, the whole entire industry right now, Alex, is short in supply. I mean, everybody's having trouble delivering gold and especially silver. Right now, gold hit a peak today of $1,406.90. Silver darn near breaking $30 an ounce again, $29.83 for the peak today. It's been a very, very actively trading day because the Fed right now is announcing that they're going to increase this QE2 thing from $600 billion to beyond. I don't know where the number is going to come out, but people in China right now are going into gold and silver because of it. And the same is true for Korea. Now, Korea is looking at gold as one of the #1 most best investments that anybody can get into in that country. It's like the entire Asian area, the Far East, is just looking over to the West and scratching their heads, wondering how in the world long can the Federal Reserve System do what it does here, and why is the West taking this cannibalistic, suicide pill? It baffles my mind too. You're right about that, Alex. People really need to be getting into silver, and there is no better way to get into silver than getting your 3 videos, the Obama Deception Endgame, and Follow the Republic. I mean, they're all in the plastic. I mean, I go to these events.
It's 3 silver half dollars. I mean, 3 silver full dollars, excuse me, which everywhere is over $100 for 3 of them. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, but that's just
free
the thing,
shipping
Alex.
and the 3 films. So it's a $160 value for $97.
But, I get these people that, because I've been to these events. I mean, I've gone to the 9/11 events, and they're handing these things out to people because they want them to get them. But they're copies of the video. And these are like the original ones that are sealed in the plastic, brand new. Covers, got all the descriptions, all the extras in there. And, But
a lot of folks already have that, and I think it is the best deal ever. But, Ted, what are the specials you've got on silver half dollars, silver dollars, 1/5 ounce gold, 1/4 ounce gold? I mean, fire out the radio specials for folks.
Well, here we go. Walking Liberty halves are at $13.63. The franc is at $13.05. The British sovereign's at $13.80. We have that survival bag we've been talking about. Do you realize that it takes 23 times as many dollars to buy 1 dime or a silver coin than it did back in 1964 when we were using constitutional money here in the United States? 23 times since 1964. I think there's a trend here, and I'm pretty sure we're reaching the end of the trend because the United States dollar is doomed. Everybody in the entire world is looking at the United States dollar, and they're just going, man, I need to get away from it.
Well, you got a lot of other specials. When you call, there's a long list, folks. Just ask for the radio special prices from the Alex Jones Show, 800-686-2237, 1-800-686-2237. And Ted, just briefly, what is 1/5 of an ounce franc? How much is that right now?
Well, the 1/5 of an ounce franc, that's the one that I was talking about. Currently, they're at $3.05 right now at this time.
All right, $3.05. Again, that's a great deal. 800-686-2237. Ted Anderson, thank you so much. I've never heard Ted so excited. You heard him. Everybody's running out, folks.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Well, for the next hour, Porter Stansberry is our guest. We may even go into overdrive today to take phone calls into the 4th hour. Barron's, one of the premier financial research publications, called his work a dire prophecy a long time before it happened, and he got criticized for it. He said GM would go down. I remember at the time, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, he writes for so many publications, it advises for so many folks. He has a very long bio, but we'll only go over the short one. It's Porter Stansberry founded Stansberry and Associates Investment Research, a private publishing company based in Baltimore, Maryland in '99. His monthly newsletter, Stansberry's Investment Advisory, deals with safe value investments, poised to give subscribers years of exceptional returns. Porter oversees a staff of investment analysts whose expertise ranges from value investing to insider trading and short selling. Together, Porter and his research team do exhaustive amounts of real-world independent research. They visited more than 200 companies in order to find the best low-risk investments in the world. Prior to launching Stansberry and Associates Research, Porter Stansberry was the first American editor of the Fleet Street Letter, the oldest English-language financial newsletter. So deep analyst with a great team, and we want to get his take on what's coming up in 2011 and beyond. And you've heard the website with the video that I've been promoting, because it's spot on. I agree with it, unfortunately, 100%. End of America, the number 3.com, End of America, the number 3.com. And we'll recap our guest also coming up in the next segment. But Porter, great to have you on with us today.
Alex, I'm happy to be here.
Well, I tell you, break down your previous predictions for us, and then let's get into what you're forecasting coming up next year.
Well, beginning in about 2005, I became aware that there was an unsustainable amount of debt being created in our economy. And the short answer is, Alex, I just have followed that debt for the last 5 years. It started, of course, in the mortgage market mostly. There was other companies that were involved in that. For example, most people don't know that General Motors was making all of its money from mortgages, not from making cars. So I just have followed the debt through this process as it went through Fannie and Freddie, as it went through GM, and now as it's ended up in the hands of the U.S. Treasury.
And then you predicted not just the collapse, the crisis. Some people were predicting that, prominent minds out there. You specifically picked what you thought was going to go down, and boy, you were right A to Z.
Well, it really wasn't very difficult, unfortunately. Nobody likes to hear bad news. But, at one time, General Motors owed more than $400 billion, and they went more than 20 years without even being able to afford the interest. So there were a lot of things that were very, very clear to any competent financial analyst. Unfortunately, a lot of the incentives in the financial world don't provide any reason for any people to say the truth about things. Wall Street was making a lot of money by underwriting all of General Motors bonds, so they weren't going to be the people who spoke up. And places like Wall Street Journal, for example, General Motors is probably the largest newspaper advertiser in the country, so no one was going to say anything either because they're making all their money from advertising. We're one of the few people, really, that get paid only by the people who use our research. We don't have any conflicts of interest, so our only incentive is to provide actionable, useful, correct advice.
Absolutely. And folks can go watch your hour-plus video breaking this down. And there's several sites they can go to, but endofamerica3.com. But also there's just the main Stansberry research site for folks that want to get the overview.
That's right. Yeah, we have a web presence. We're not really a website company. We just have a website where we serve content to our existing subscribers.
Absolutely. And boy, you've got a lot of amazing subscribers, invaluable information. We're going to go to break here. We got a long segment coming up, Porter, and I want to give you the floor to walk through the previous predictions, how it was in plain view, why a lot of people have a stake in not letting folks know that. We've now reached a point where the insiders are snatching and grabbing and stealing even faster because they know it's all coming down. The big prediction you've got that you say is the biggest you've ever made that will dwarf the predictions you made 4 years ago ahead of 2008. It's all coming up on the other side with our guest. Stay with us.